Examination 2027. So guys, we will cover important topics which are relevant from today's newspaper for UPSC Prelims examination. My idea is to emphasize on those topics and those dimensions which can be used to frame questions for the prelims examination. Guys, the very first topic I will take, okay, is a topic which has been asked previously also, related topic has been asked previously also. There is a fund, okay, there is a fund which is there for the infrastructure development, and Government of India has now allocated 30,000 more crores to it. The name of the fund is National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. Guys, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is one of the most important initiatives of Government of India to build infrastructure. You know guys, India, one of the biggest problem before the economy is poor infrastructure. And for infrastructure, we need huge investments. Okay, for infrastructure, we need huge investments. So this National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is India's sovereign anchored fund. What is it? India's sovereign anchored fund. Okay, this is very important. National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is what? Sovereign anchored fund, and Government of India has 49% stakeholder. This is important. This fact is very important. Government of India has 49% stakeholder. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so 49% of the equity is with the Government of India. Okay, this is really very important. It is professionally managed and run by National Investment and Infrastructure Fund Limited. Okay, so there is a body which runs this fund. The name of the body is National Investment and Infrastructure Fund Limited. Okay, so this is basically, okay, this attracts investments from sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, multilateral development banks, and Indian financial institutions. It invests in commercially viable greenfield, brownfield, and stalled infrastructure projects. The funds invest in transportation projects, energy projects, digital infrastructure, affordable housing, manufacturing, technology, climate, and e-mobility. Okay, and e-mobility. So the fund will be, okay, used for building not only physical infrastructure but also digital infrastructure and also e-mobility. This is a very important point you need to keep in mind. Okay, so under the National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, there are 4 funds which are managed by this fund. It is Infrastructure Fund, then it is Private Market Fund, then it is Strategic Opportunity Fund, and then it is India Japan Fund. Okay, so just keep this in mind that National Investment and Infrastructure Fund is a sovereign anchored fund, and Government of India has 49% of the stakes. Government of India has 49% of the stakes. The fund is basically used for attracting investments into the infrastructure sector of India. Not only physical infrastructure but also digital infrastructure and e-mobility. Okay, so this is an important topic you may expect, because in the past also guys, Government of India has come out with various funds for infrastructure. Okay, and whenever a new fund comes, it is a very highly important and probable topic for the prelims examination. So next year you may expect a question on this National Investment and Infrastructure Fund. This is a very important topic. You can expect a question on that. Okay, let's move on to the next topic guys. Next topic I will take up is, guys, West Bengal government has decided to come out with a uniform civil code bill. Okay, you know guys, uniform civil code is part of the directive principle of state policy. Okay, so you know, in our constitution we have a part 4. Part 4 basically constitutes the directive principle of state policy. So there is 3 different kinds of directive principle of state policy. One is the socialist directive principle, second is the Gandhian directive principle, and third is the liberal intellectual directive principle. So guys, article 44, which is uniform civil code, article 44, which is the uniform civil code, basically constitutes the liberal intellectual DPSP, okay, which basically says that the state should come out with uniform civil code. Okay, basically means what? That civil matters between the citizens must be dealt by a uniform code. Uniform code. Okay, the civil matters. Civil matters means matters related to marriage, divorce. Okay, these are called civil matters. Okay, so many states, they are now implementing uniform civil code. For example, we have the state of Uttarakhand. State of Uttarakhand has also implemented its own uniform civil code. So guys, remember guys, that uniform civil code is part of DPSP and it is not enforceable. DPSP, is it enforceable in the court of law? Because whenever you get a question on DPSP, okay, there will be a question that is DPSP enforceable in the court of law? Is DPSP, okay, mandatory for the state? No, it is not mandatory. It is not enforceable in the court of law. Okay, so this is a very important point. Whenever you get a question regarding DPSP, keep this in mind. You can expect a question, okay, on this. Okay, DPSP is not enforceable. Okay, keep this in mind. Okay, next guys, you know guys, food security, okay, food safety and security in India is a cause of concern. Every day we are hearing news of food poisoning in the country. Okay, you will see that there are reports and there are various YouTube channels and YouTube videos which expose the food standards and safety in India. Guys, there is a lot of adulteration happening in Indian food. Okay, so the authority which is responsible to regulate and basically check the standard and the quality of food in India is FSSAI, Food Safety and Standards of India. Okay, Food Safety and Standards of India, which is a statutory authority under an act. The act is called Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. So this act is completing 20 years this year. This act is completing 20 years this year. Therefore, this act becomes very important, and even FSSAI, the authority which is under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So this authority is a statutory body. It's an autonomous body under Ministry of Health. Under Ministry of Health. Okay, this is very important, guys. This is very important, guys. Basically, this law, Food Safety and Standards Act 2006, it governs manufacturing, storage, distribution, import, and safety of food. It consolidates multiple food laws into a single framework and establishes Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, which is a national autonomous body under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to regulate food safety in India. The Act mandates licensing and registration of food business operation and periodic inspection and laboratory analysis of the food sample to ensure compliance with the food safety standards. So guys, the FSSAI basically can inspect, they can inspect the food operators. Okay, they can inspect the food business operators. They can also do the laboratory testing. They can do what? Laboratory testing. Guys, you may have seen sometimes the food officers, the food safety officers, they will come to the food business operators. They will take the sample and they will go to their lab and they will check any kind of adulteration is there or not. And if they find adulteration, then they will take action. Then they will take action on the food business operator. So all food business operators, they have to take license, which is the FSSAI license. Okay, under the Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. Okay, so this FSSAI is a statutory body. It is under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and basically it is responsible for framing food regulations, food safety standards, and it is also responsible for coordinating with the state food authorities, okay, testing of food, laboratory testing, etc., etc. One more important function of this Food Safety and Standards Authority is to come out with State Food Safety Index. State Food Safety Index. Guys, you know, UPSC loves index. UPSC loves index. In 2026 prelims examination, there were 2 questions on index. There were 2 questions on index. So next year you can expect a question on state food safety index, which basically, okay, they rank states and union territories on the basis of food safety standards. On the basis of food safety standards, they rank the states. They rank the states. Guys, this state food safety index is released by which organization? Guys, remember this, it is released by FSSAI. Okay, very very important. It is basically, okay, which is basically released by FSSAI. Very very important, guys. Remember, state food safety index is basically released by FSSAI. Very very important, guys. This index basically comprises of 5 parameters. These 5 parameters are basically human resource and institutional data, compliance, food testing, training and capacity building, and consumer empowerment. Okay, so these are the 5 parameters which is used to make this index. These are the 5 parameters. So please repeat with me. What are the 5 parameters? Human resource and institutional data, compliance, food testing and surveillance, then training and capacity building, and last is consumer empowerment. Last is what? Consumer empowerment. So these are the okay, basically criterias which is used for this. Okay, these are the criterias which are used for this. Okay, guys, there are some initiatives which are led by FSSAI for the food safety in India. I'll name few initiatives. One is the Eat Right India campaign. Next is the RUCO campaign. RUCO campaign is for reused oil. One more campaign is F plus. F plus logo. What is F plus logo? F plus logo is for food fortification. So whenever you eat fortified food, you will have F plus logo. Okay. So keep note of it. This is really important. You may expect a question on that. You may expect a question on that. Okay. Next topic is from environment, guys. Today there is an unfortunate death of white rumped vulture. Guys, white rumped vulture is a critically endangered vulture. Guys, this vulture is mainly found in South Asia, particularly India, then Nepal, then Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, and also in Cambodia. Guys, this white rumped vulture is having an IUCN status of critically endangered. Guys, you know, in India, we have 9 varieties of vulture. Out of these 9 varieties of vulture, there are 4 vultures which are critically endangered. These 4 vultures which are critically endangered are Indian long-billed vulture, white rumped vulture, red-headed vulture, and slender-billed vulture. Okay, so these are the 4 varieties of vultures which are critically endangered. So we have 9 varieties of vultures in India. We have 9 varieties of vultures in India. Out of these 9 varieties of vultures in India, we have 4 varieties which are critically endangered in the IUCN Red List. You know, guys, IUCN Red List basically is a grading system on the threat of extinction. The species which have more threat of extinction, they are in the critically endangered category. Critically endangered category is the highest threat category. Which are the vultures which are in the highest threat category, critically endangered? 4 out of 9 vultures, which is the Indian long-billed vulture. Then we have the red-headed vulture. Then we have the slender-billed vulture. Slender-billed vulture. And we have the white rumped vulture. We have the white rumped vulture. Okay, guys, vultures basically perform a very important function in our ecosystem. They clean the ecosystem. Vultures are scavengers of the ecosystem. What are scavengers? Scavengers are those species which basically feed on carcasses. Okay, dead animals. This basically they eat the dead animals, and when they eat the dead animals, they clean the ecosystem. Guys, you know, when we have the dead animals, okay, the carcasses lying on the streets, lying on the roads, and if they are not cleaned, then lot of viruses, lot of bacteria, lot of microorganisms, okay, they can spread from that, and they can basically create pandemic like situations in the society. Guys, there are diseases like rabies. There are diseases like rabies which can be spread by these dead carcasses, like the dead dog or dead, okay, cow or dead, okay, bull, okay. So anything which is dead and carcasses are lying. So sometimes what happens is that, okay, the microorganisms, the viruses and all, they can spread, and they can lead to zoonotic diseases. They can lead to pandemic like of situation. Okay, so this is really very important, guys. Vultures are declining in India. Vultures are declining in India. What is the reason? In the last 30 years there has been a sharp decline in vultures in India. Can anybody tell me what is the main reason? Why are vultures declining in India? Vultures are declining in India because of a drug which is used in the animals, in the veterinary services. This drug is called diclofenac. Diclofenac, guys, diclofenac is one drug, okay, when it is given to the veterinary animals, okay, the cows, the buffaloes, okay, and when these cows they die, and when the buffaloes they die, okay, and when the vultures are eating these carcasses, this diclofenac goes into the liver of the vultures, and it is a toxic for the vulture, and the vulture dies. Okay, this is very important. So guys, government of India has banned such kind of drugs. What are the names of drugs which are banned by government of India to save vultures? So government of India has banned diclofenac, ketoprofen and nimucilide for use in veterinary services. Again I repeat, government of India has banned aclofenac, diclofenac and ketoprofen. Aclofenac, ketoprofen, aclofenac, ketoprofen and diclofenac, nimucilide to be used in veterinary services. To be used in veterinary services. Okay, this is really very important. Keep this in mind, guys. This is really very important. Very important. I'm telling you, very important. Guys, government of India is very serious about, okay, conserving the vultures. Okay, can you tell me, guys, where in India the breeding project for vultures is carried out? Can anybody tell me? Breeding of vultures. Very, guys, Pinjore. There is a movie Pinjore. Pinjore is in Haryana. Pinjore, very important. Pinjore, very important. Haryana, Pinjore. And guys, vulture restaurants, vulture safe zones. What are vulture restaurants, guys? You know, where there are restaurants opening for vultures. Okay, restaurants for vultures. What are vulture restaurants? Vulture safe zones, where basically no such drug is used. Okay, like the cattles, okay, which are there, okay, such drugs are not used. Okay, vulture restaurants or vulture safe zones. Very important, guys. Literally the most important topic if you can have in environment is the vultures. Very important. I must say, guys, this year I was expecting this question. The question setters, okay, did not take the vulture seriously, but I can tell you in the coming years they will have to take the vulture seriously, and they will have to ask a question. And if they will ask a question, there are two kinds of questions they can ask on the topic. Either they will ask question on the vulture species found in India and how many of them are critically endangered, or they will ask a question why vulture population is declining, or they will ask about the drugs which are used in the veterinary services which is leading to the death of the vultures. Okay, so guys, these are the topics. Okay, let us move on to the next topic, guys. Next topic, with your permission, I will take from, okay, Indian Express. Okay, there is one topic which is in Indian Express which is really important. Okay, guys, there is one place in Maharashtra, the Konkans, okay, where we find petroglyphs. Guys, now the government of Maharashtra has allocated 15 crores and a 4-year project to study petroglyphs. Petroglyphs is a very important topic in the history. Petroglyphs. What are petroglyphs? Guys, suppose we have a stone. Suppose this is a stone, guys. Suppose it is a stone. Suppose this is a stone. Okay. And when we do the scratching on stone, when we do a scratching on the stone, guys, okay, when we scratch the stone, when we do scratching of stone, okay, there is a petroglyph. Okay, basically petroglyph. Okay, when we take the outer layer of the rock, okay, petroglyphs. Okay, so this is not the painting. Okay, this is different from painting. Okay, this is not rock painting. It is a part of rock art, but it is not painting. It's scratching of the rock. So guys, keep this in mind. This is not rock painting. Rock painting is different. Okay, rock painting is different. This is basically a kind of a scratching. Okay, so petroglyphs, guys, is found in Maharashtra, in the Ratnagiri and Shindudur, guys. Petroglyph, very important, guys. They are engraved on rocks. Okay, by removing the outer layer of the rocks, they are creating using pecking, incising, scratching, drilling, polishing, chiseling. Okay, petroglyphs are basically rock art. They are rock art. Okay, so guys, in India, there is one place where we are building the first petroglyph conservation park. Can you name where in India we are building the first petroglyph conservation park? Where in India we are building the first petroglyph conservation park? Okay, it is in Ladakh. It is in Leh Ladakh. Okay, very important. Leh Ladakh. Okay, very important. Very important, guys. Leh Ladakh. Okay, moving to another topic, guys. Okay, today there was an article on nuclear weapons. Guys, you know, India has a nuclear doctrine. India's nuclear doctrine is called No First Use Doctrine. What is India's nuclear doctrine called? India's nuclear doctrine is called No First Use Nuclear Doctrine, NFU. Okay, very important. It was adopted in the year 2003. It was adopted in the year 2003. Guys, under the No First Use Doctrine, India will never use nuclear weapon for the first time. It will only use nuclear weapon in retaliation of a nuclear attack. So whenever there will be a nuclear attack on India, then India will retaliate with nuclear weapon. India will never use first the nuclear weapon. Okay, this is called No First Use Doctrine. Guys, who is empowered to use nuclear weapon in India? Can anybody tell me who has the authority in India to use nuclear weapons? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me this? This is a very important. Who is empowered? Who can tell me this? It's a probable question in the exam. It's a probable question. Okay, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is empowered to basically. Okay, there is a nuclear command. There is a nuclear command. Okay, the Prime Minister is the head of the nuclear command. Okay, very important. This is really important. This is really important. Okay. Nuclear command. Guys, coming to international relation, guys, Europe is facing heat waves like anything. Many European cities, many European countries are reeling under heat, guys. Now the Balkan region of Europe, is also seeing forest fire, bush fire because of heat. Guys, these European countries, they are facing the heat because of heat dome. Heat dome. What is heat dome? Heat dome is a stationary kind of omega block. It's a stationary omega block. Guys, this heat dome, basically a high pressure between two low pressure. Between two low pressure, we have a high pressure. This is called omega block. Guys, entire Europe is under omega block, heat dome, because of which, guys, temperatures are crossing 40 degrees Celsius in some of the cities in Europe. People are dying. Okay, very important. This is a really very important heat dome. You can expect a question on that. Okay, moving on to another topic, guys. Pakistan and Afghanistan fighting on the borders. What is the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan? What is the name of the border? Very important. Border theme is very important in the prelims examination. The name of the border is called Durand Line. The name of the border is called Durand Line. Guys, Pakistan has recently attacked Afghanistan border province. What is the name of the province? The name of the province is Patika province. Patika province, guys. This is really very, very important, guys. Okay. Pakistan is attacking Afghanistan, the border provinces. The border provinces, guys, really very, very important. You can expect a question on that. You can expect a question on that. Okay. Patika province. Okay. So please prepare the provinces of Afghanistan, because provinces are an important theme in the prelims examination. Multiple questions have come. Provinces in news, match with the country. Guys, coming to Africa. In Africa, guys, which country is suffering from Ebola? Which country is suffering from Ebola? Can anybody tell me which is the country suffering from Ebola? Ebola outbreak has happened in Africa. Guys, it is the Democratic Republic of Congo which is suffering from Ebola. Guys, initially this Ebola was basically affected the provinces of North Kivu and South Kivu. North Kivu and South Kivu, you know, guys, these two provinces of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is the North Kivu and South Kivu Ituri provinces. These are the provinces which are the worst affected by the Ebola outbreak. And now we have another province called Haut-Ulle province. Haut-Ulle province. Houteeuale. Okay, Haut-Ulle province. Ituri province. North Kivu province, South Kivu province. Guys, this is really very, very important. This is really very, very important, guys. You can expect a question on that. You can expect a question on that, guys. Guys, there is another topic which is in news. Guys, SAFE initiative. What is SAFE initiative? Which grouping in the world is in news for the SAFE initiative? SAFE. SAFE initiative. Can anybody tell me SAFE initiative is related to which grouping in the world? Which is the international grouping which is launching the SAFE initiative? Guys, European Union. You know, UPSC question setters, they love European Union. Okay. Many questions on European Union have come in the last 10 years. So next topic is SAFE initiative. SAFE stands for Security Action for Europe Initiative. Security Action for Europe Initiative. SAFE initiative. Okay, SAFE. EU. UPSC loves EU. Many questions have come on EU. SAFE initiative is for security. Guys, in Indian Express, there was one protected area which was in news. Kuno National Park. Guys, cheetahs brought from Africa have been kept in the Kuno National Park. We have approximately 60 cheetahs. Okay. So these cheetahs are giving birth to cubs. Okay. So there was a report on the Project Cheetah. Project Cheetah is world's first intercontinental translocation project of a big cat. Okay. So Kuno in MP. Kuno in MP. This is also a probable topic in the prelims examination. Guys, I hope you are liking the live sessions. Guys, do share with your friends. Every day I'm coming live and I'm discussing the current affairs which are relevant for the prelims examination. Okay, please also you can today go through the RBI new compensation for digital frauds. Okay, so RBI has come out with a new compensation framework for people who lose money in digital frauds. Okay, so this is also important. There are a lot of facts in this. Please go through what are the details. So guys, whenever you are victim of a cyber fraud or a digital arrest, so now you will get some compensation. Okay, so please go through that. This is really important. Okay, there are a lot of facts I have given in my DPN. Please. Okay, good night.